what really is the connection between Bayes' theorem and Bayesian statistics? So in this video, let's talk about what's that link between Bayes' theorem and Bayesian statistics. Let's start with the Bayes' theorem idea. Let's go just by the textbook definition of Bayes' theorem. That will make things more clear. Let us suppose you have an event B. Now this event B can take in two ways. Or rather, I would put it in this way, that event B can occur in two ways. Either it could occur through event A, or it could occur through not event A or complement of event A. Now this is a very simplistic way to look at this thing, but this will do our job. So let us look at the probability of A and B, or rather I would say the joint probability of A and B. So when I look at it, I can use the conditional probability formula and simply write it as probability A conditional on B into probability of B, or probability B conditional on A into probability of A. Now, if you understand the idea of Bayes' theorem, what we really want to understand is that there is a probability of B which is not directly considering event A or complement of event A. Now let us say we do not want PB, but we want to know, let us say B has occurred, but has it occurred because of A, or has it occurred because of not A or complement of A? So to get this, what we will do is we will do an algebraic manipulation over here. Now just let's look at that algebraic manipulation. So if you just look at this guy over here, P of A given B is going to be, take this guy now, P B given A into P A upon P B. So what we have done is we have taken these two guys or these two terms, took PB from here in the denominator here. So we arrive at the probability of A occurring given that B has occurred. Now this is what we really know as our standard Bayes theorem, and over here there's just one bit of modification. If you do not know this, you cannot get the value of P A given B. So we need to calculate it completely through these terms. So this will be B given A into P A plus P B given not A into P not A. So this is your total probability of B, and this is your conditional probability of A given B, or rather if B has occurred, what is the probability that it has occurred through A. So how we interpret this is very simple. Over here this guy is your prior for A, and this guy is kind of your likelihood, and this guy over here is your posterior. Now let's just erase the unnecessary part and let's focus again on this equation so that we can take a segue towards Bayesian statistics from Bayes' theorem. So all I'm saying is that this guy over here is your prior. Prior means your probability of A before observing that B has occurred or not. So your PA or probability of A is without seeing the data, and when you see that B has occurred, it means you have seen the data. So this is your posterior probability, which is the probability of A given you have seen the data, and the guy remaining over here is kind of your likelihood. So you can think of this as your posterior probability is proportional to likelihood times prior. So what essentially we do is we update the prior probability to posterior probability by the help of likelihood, which we calculate by observing the data, which is event B over here. So this is the main essence of Bayes theorem and Bayesian statistics, that we start with a prior belief. Now that prior belief is your initial probability, and we update that probability using the data and likelihood to get our posterior probability or the updated probability. Now this method going from prior to posterior using likelihood is your Bayesian statistics, and this has a fundamental impact on the analysis of all your statistical inference and modeling exercises. To just name a very common thing, that your frequentist confidence interval is not really that informative, because it is not really having any kind of probabilistic concept of the estimator. Rather, it is kind of a statistical confidence on your procedure. So I would not go deeper into the confidence interval debate right now in this video, but just to give you a bit of food for thought, look up in the internet that what really is the meaning of confidence interval. Now the idea here is that Bayesian statistics does not have the knowledge of true probability, but it updates its probability based on observed data through its likelihood. But a frequentist probability is kind of like a true probability. So if you do that experiment a lot of times, you have to converge to that true probability. But a Bayesian statistics says that we start with a prior, we observe data, and considering we get more and more data, we have to converge towards our true probability. So the idea is slightly nuanced over here, but the implications are extremely immense. That when you use Bayesian statistics, you can do a lot of things on inference which have more probabilistic aspect, and that gives you a better understanding of the problem. I hope I had made a bit of dent into your understanding of Bayesian statistics and Bayes theorem. Now obviously this is just scratching the surface.